Hello everyone, Ryan here. Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Oh, Fury. Ah. So I recently watched this movie and I liked it. I mean, there was certain things that kind of annoyed me, but ultimately I did enjoy it. I mean, it does have a lot of really cool and really awesome CGI stuff, so yeah, I can't complain about that. And the story itself is okay. It's a decent story. I mean, pretty much in this one, these two gods, which are played by Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu. And there's also a third one. Well, they're supposed to be sisters. And there's a third sister, which the name of the actress is Renee something. Zegler, I want to say. I don't know. Her name escapes me at the moment, But so yeah, these three sister gods or goddesses, I guess, they come back from this realm which they were banished to because they tried to take over the human realm or something like that. And the other realm that they were banished to opened up, I guess, and because the spell or curse or whatever was lifted when this like magical staff thing was broken, because it turned out that, you know, it was broken by Shazam himself, and of course Billy, aka Billy Batson, and of course, you know, in this one, you know, there's also these other Shazams. I'm not even sure if that's the correct term. Because, you know, Billy Batson, he's part of this like foster home, and so technically he has, you know, these other, I guess, I don't know, there'd be foster siblings. I don't know the correct term. And because in the first one, at the end of the first Shazam movie, well, of course, this is a spoiler if you haven't seen the first Shazam movie. But yeah, at the end of the first movie, he gave powers to his foster siblings, and they all became superheroes themselves, you know, wearing similar attire, similar costumes with the same kind of lightning bolt thing on it. And so in this one, the second one, they're pretty much, you know, continuing to be superheroes, doing what superheroes do, save people, stop crime and all that. And yeah, for the most part, they're really efficient at it and all that. And but of course, you know, egos come into play, and one sibling thinks they're kind of, you know, they have a little more clout than others, or which is a natural thing among siblings anyways, you know, or just among human beings, really. So there's that whole thing that they have to deal with, and then on top of that, these goddesses that have broken free from the realm that they were banished to, and they're now once again trying to take over the human realm. So that's the bulk of the story. that's the bulk of this movie. And then, of course, you know, there is, you know, an overall kind of moral message about, you know, togetherness and family being an important thing when it comes to the development of young children and young growing minds and all that. And I mean, that's what I got from it. Of course, I don't want to give away the ending. I don't want to give away too much. But there is an appearance by a certain superhero, and which it was expected anyways. I mean, for me, I expected it because when the movie was out in theaters, I kind of heard about it anyway. So, and then, so I mean, again, without giving away too much in the ending. Of course, I mean, just like with all superhero movies, the good guys win in the end and vanquish whatever bad guys there are. And then, of course, there's kind of like there's an interesting before credits scene, like one of the last scenes before the credits roll. There's an interesting scene, and it involves Shazam being recruited into a certain group, but not the group that he wants to be recruited into. So, and then there's an end credit scene, which, for those of you who aren't familiar with these superhero movies, if you actually, of course, I mean, if you're watching it on a streaming platform, you can fast forward. But of course, in the theater, you have to wait till the credits are finished rolling by, scrolling upward and whatnot. But the end credit scene in this one, for me, it was kind of confusing. Well, actually, very confusing. Because I don't know where it was like. There's this man, and of course, I don't want to give away. Maybe I'll do a separate spoiler talk, but yeah, some guy is in a jail cell somewhere, and then he's visited by some weird caterpillar thing. That's all I'll say. Some weird caterpillar thing. I don't even know. I should probably look that up, but at the same time, too, I don't really want to know too much about that because I prefer to be surprised if it's going to actually lead to something much more interesting. Yeah. That's just me. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the end credit scene. So I don't know. Let me know if you've seen this movie. Let me know what you thought about it. Pretty much. I mean, I consider myself to be a pretty big DC Comics fan. I mean, I've been collecting the comic books, reading the comic books too, since I was, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years old. Maybe even 6, but not more likely 7. And Shazam is one of those handful of characters that I'm not too familiar with. But I mean, I do find him interesting, and it's interesting that that they've been making a lot of these superhero movies, and most of them are about the ones that are invincible, or at least seemingly invincible. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if they ever make a movie where all of these invincible superheroes, if they ever have this big battle against each other, and I don't know, that just, to me, that'd be interesting to see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did make something like that, but then I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't make it. So overall, I gotta give Shazam: Fury of the Gods, I gotta give it a solid solid 8, I guess. 8 out of 10. Yeah. Also, because there were some scenes, there was a lot of scenes where I kind of felt like they held back a little bit, but I don't know, that could have been just because maybe they were trying to get the point across that these particular superhero characters, or at least Shazam and his siblings or foster siblings, they're kind of like, they're still technically kids. So for the most part, they did hold back because they still haven't quite grown into their powers, their abilities. So, but still, I feel like it would have been much more awesome to have seen them just go all out, But hey, maybe they're saving that for a third movie. So I don't know, third or fourth movie. So that's it. That'll do it for this review. My review of Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Once again, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. As always, see you next time. Don't forget to keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.